Mr. VG Kannan, CEO at Indian Banking Association, is now with us. Mr. Kannan, what's your take on what's happening latest with Jet Airways?
At the outset, I think let's really say the infusion of the amount into the as a part of the rescue plan or resolution is a very positive sign. It's only a question of when it's going to come. ASAP, it would be the best because simply making an assurance that the money will come in, but not coming in for 6 months to 1 year could become a major issue because there's a lot of infusion of money to come in, both mainly by way of equity and a little bit by way of debt, to ensure that the airlines continue to operate with many aircraft being grounded due to non-payment of lease rentals and also possible threats of the pilots. I think that has to be stopped. And in case the infusion comes in and that's set right, I think other things could be sorted out. And then the resolution plan can make further headway.
Mr. Kannan, good afternoon. This is Nantara joining in from the New Delhi studio. Now, this transaction is, of course, going to be a rather complicated affair. There's so many stakeholders at play. You've got the banks led by SBI. You've got NIIF, which is a sovereign wealth fund with the majority interest coming in from Abu Dhabi. You've got Etihad as well. Are all stakeholders' interest aligned to make sure that the smallest of haircut goes to the banks? Because one is also confused that why is this not a classic case of going to the NCLT? Mr. Kannan, can you hear me? Am I audible? Yeah. You're on live television.
Yeah, fine. What you are saying is why
so what I was
take to NCLT. Okay, now let me tell you one thing. This is a particular case where, you're not going to have too many bidders from the market. It may be very difficult to actually get fresh outsiders. Once you take it to NCLT in the event that Section 29A starts operating, then you may have to actually scout around for a new promoter, a new set of promoters who will have to come in. And that could actually jeopardize the scenario. Airlines is not an industry where too many people will get attracted. And these two people have been around for a long time. And it is a case where India wouldn't like to lose an airline, and I'm sure things will work out. Yes, the bankers and the promoters will have to sit across and finalize the details as to how we ensure that the airlines start operating in a full-fledged manner in due course.
Okay, so, you're saying that because there may not be too many bidders is perhaps the best way to do all the stakeholders to get together. And, of course, all this talk as well of how a share price be priced at 1 rupee. So the only other last question before I actually let you go, Mr. Kannan, and that is, would the lenders actually be comfortable dealing with only Etihad? You're going to see the founder of the airline step down. Yes, his son's stake might be represented. We don't know at what level as yet. So my final question to you is that, is this a win-win for everybody? And how is this airline not becoming an airline based out of Abu Dhabi? Yes, the lenders are getting a stake in it. You got Etihad with its stake, but the NIIF, the sovereign fund that's going to be investing in it, the majority of the money in the NIIF, the biggest LP, is also from Abu Dhabi. So is the nationality of this airline going to change?
I'd just like to ask, there are a couple of private sector banks, and who are the holders? Does it become a foreign bank? I think we need to find whether a most efficient person, a person who can bring in funds, experience, also are necessary to run an airline. If we don't have the funds locally, and if we don't have promoters locally who can operate, I think we shouldn't be averse to having someone having a good control over it. And as per the newspaper reports, we understand that a substantial control will still be held by the Indian parties, maybe the bankers and NIF, as you are putting it. and to some extent Mr. Goyal also. Therefore, it will still continue to be an Indian entity and operating substantial within India. I don't see any issue about having an international party having a stake in it. I'm sure there are a few other companies also where a stake is held by outside India.
Thanks so much, Mr. Kannan, for taking out time for us. Always good to get perspective from you.